I'm taking a class right now on leadership, and the instructor asked us to tune into wisdom. And he asked us to think about wisdom throughout the week and to pick up on what was the most wise thing that we heard all week. So when I got back to class a week later, I told the instructor about actually an HBO Real Sports segment that I saw on a gentleman by the name of Steve Gleason. Steve Gleason is an ex-NFL football player who rose to fame briefly after blocking a punt in the Superdome after the Katrina comeback, so to speak. It's very memorable, especially for New Orleans Saints fans. And long story short, he got Parkinson's disease and he became paraplegic, and he's deteriorated rapidly over the years. And the segment was all about his life now and how different it is, and how he's struggling with his family now, even more so because of COVID. He can't even touch and be with his family, at least not physically. And they asked him how he's dealing with it all, and how he's kept up and how he appears to have inner strength. And he said something that was the wisest thing I've heard. He said, we all have challenges. He said every life is challenging, everybody's life. But that he's taking his life as an opportunity to be connected and to be present and to be grateful for every breath. And I just found it to be so wise and so remarkable. Here's a man who literally, his body is a waste. And he's communicating now through his eyes and a computer. That's all he's got. And yet he's grateful, and his family's grateful. And it just reminds me, and I hope reminds all of us, that we are not merely a body with a soul. We are a soul with a body. And I think this year is all about rising above and getting in touch with the strength, the inner strength of that soul, the inner strength of your spirit, and overcoming frailties, overcoming perhaps expectations. I think it's a time to not project and not conjure up about what might be stressful about the holidays, what might be stressful about our jobs, what might be stressful about combining the family with the job over the next couple of weeks and months as we enter the holidays. And frankly, just putting all that fear behind us and not letting the fear that's being spread throughout the news media constantly about everything that's happening in our world. I think it's time to rise above the occasion, time to rise above the fray. And that's certainly what we've done this year at the Pinnacle Source, and I'm so grateful for everybody that's helped us through it. We've actually had a great year. We're in a business where it's easy to look at this point about the year end, and it's going to be a very successful year on so many levels. And I think I've learned about 10 times more about myself this year than I have in past years, and that's what perhaps Mother Nature's telling us to do. So I think it's an important message to share with everybody at this time of year, to not let what you're anticipating being stressful about the next several weeks as we wrap the year up, not let it overcome you, not let it burden you, to realize that we all have so much to be grateful for, that we have spirit. This country has been incredibly resilient this year. Almost all the people in my life have been incredibly resilient and uplifting, and we thank you, and I hope you're able to maintain that spirit of glory that we all have within us. If you think back about Steve Gleason and his situation and his family, you have to ask yourself, do you think that when he does pass, or as they think about him, is it heartbreaking or heartwarming? It's heartwarming. And that's the decision we all can make. We can all choose to get above the fray and to reach inside and not anticipate challenges, and just to be present and to stay grateful and to stay thankful. And I'm very thankful for all of you.